Hello, Fi! So I'm about to show you guys a lot of stuff with the cushion. Now we're on snapshot 3, so we still have a long way to go for this snapshot cycle. But over the last 24 to 48 hours, everyone's been banding together in the community to show you guys some of the most incredible things you can do with the cushion, because this is truly revolutionary. If I change this to Jeb underscore, this is not a real thing, but it is an entity. So this shouldn't be very hard to achieve, because anytime I place this down, I can immediately change its attributes to make it colorful. And of course, when I sit down, it absolutely works, and I can travel on it now. So not only is this cushion a way for you guys to sit down anywhere, you can ride on it and create a train. And I'm going to show you guys a lot more of that later on. One of the most fantastic things about the cushion here is that you can interact with inner hitboxes of blocks. For example, this shelf here is not a straight hitbox, it's got an angle here, which means because the bottom block is also vacant, you can place it here too. You can also place it in the middle, which now creates a layer of a cushion above a cushion. And you can break this bottom one, and it's still gonna stay there simply because it's supported by this shelf. Now, there's been a lot of speculation, as mentioned in my last video, that doing this is allowed, but if I did something like this might not be allowed because the entity is being suffocated inside the stairs. So I can sit down on the stairs while the cushion is still inside the stairs. This has been marked as working as intended. So what does this mean? This means that you can do this, putting it inside a chest to place a little base on the chest. This also works, so you can literally sit on the shelf, and with some really cool tech, you can layer cushions upon cushions, even though the shelf has to stay. But I like this little strat. So first of all, place down a cushion, place down a glass pane, and then start layering your snow layers against this glass pane. That will cover the cushion. Place another cushion down, do the same thing, repeat one more time, and there we go. Now you have 4 cushions in this single block, and at the very same time break the snow layers and then place the glass pane down, and with that you've created your support block so that all these cushions will not break. Now this is a very inconsistent solution. You may think that pushing the glass pane through the block like this will work, but that simply destroys all the cushions. I'm gonna try to make a burger with this. No, we didn't do it fast enough. Ah, dang it. Can I still put it in? There. And we have a little glass pane sticking through it. Perfect. Now there are other ways to do it with composters as well, because composters also have an interior hitbox, so you can always place them down on the inside. But once again, the moment you break the composter, you have to place the block down to support it, and you just never know once these layers disappear. So knowing all of this information now, we can do what Silent showed in the tweet. Place our support blocks over here, shelf, shelf, and I suppose they used a pale oak door. Is that how they did it? Looks pretty good. Here's Bobbycraft with his plane. Here's a fun little redstone contraption created by Crafty Masterman. This uses the cushion as a block concealer, so you place your copper golem statue around here, and each time you toggle the pose, it outputs a different strength. Snow layers, that should be okay. Place down your cushion and immediately break this and place the statue down. You might be able to do one more, but you have to access the hitbox of the statue. That's also good. So then let's conceal all the redstone here, and now if I right click the head of this guy, I can toggle the redstone. Freaking weird. You can obviously make this a lot better, but it's a nice proof of concept. Well done, Crafty. Who ate my apple? It wasn't me. Better shelf mushroom. Oh yeah, looks like they haven't done the thing yet. You know how everyone wants to make shelf mushrooms a placeable area for blocks? We'll just get a flower pot. We can't do that. It's levitating. But I guess this is sort of an improvement. Not really yet, because it's kind of like this. So we can snow layer this again. Brown cushion. And there we go. We have our better shelf mushroom. I mean, is it really? They look kind of different. Now, can we use the shelf mushroom as a support? Is that going to work? Is that gonna block update? It does. Okay, let's do that instead. Here's an Oreo. So cakes can be supporting blocks too. Very easy build. And you can sit on the cake. Inside the cake as well, it seems. You can sit inside lava cauldrons and composters now too. Yes, you can. So anything with an interior hitbox accessible, like a composter. I believe hoppers as well, like that. Cauldrons. Even lecterns, I would say. Because lecterns have this a little bit over here too. So let's fill this up with lava. So this one you can see has several layers. You can sit inside the composter, so you can get composted in here. So now it's got a little cover. So inside there is a cushion, so you can do this and get burned. So any inner interactable hitbox. I'm now inside the lectern. You can read me. One thing I should point out is that hitboxes are not calculated by pixel intervals. What I mean by that is that you can aim anywhere you want inside this hitbox. I'm gonna zoom right in and I'm gonna aim about there. And notice I'm now within the subpixel of this composter. I'm gonna aim to the bottom of this darker pixel over here. And if I exit the composter, this lid is so thin. So very smooth gradients with cushions can be created all in survival Minecraft. And that is certainly a novelty in this game. The introduction of a normal cushion in Minecraft implies the existence of a whoopee cushion in Minecraft. Hey, is that the oxidation thing? The trumpet fart? Wait a moment, I forget. Is it this? It is, okay. You don't actually need the tripwire hook as shown in the video, because what's interesting about this is if you place a pressure plate down and a cushion on top of the pressure plate, let's wire this in. Watch what happens when I sit down. If you sit down on it, it does trigger the pressure plate. And if I remove myself, it stays pressed, which is really interesting. I don't know if this is a glitch, but the cushion appears to continue to press down on the pressure plate. So I've got a setup here with a note block and an adjacent redstone. This plays the note block. We place the cushion down, lock this up. Whoever sits down on this cushion will... I'm a grown man, I promise. And what's really funny here is that because this is still pressed down, whoever sits down on this cushion cannot do it again. It's a one-time thing, so it's not repeatable. And yes, by this very nature, because this is also a trap, here's one from Narfi demonstrating that you can use cushions to pass through walls. Because the ground here is placeable, you can do this, and you can right click and get out through the other side. This also works in survival. You can do this. Since you're inside the middle of a block, you can choose which direction you want to leave in. So you can go left or right. I'm gonna go left here, and you can go right. Minecart's crying in the corner as they realize even a line of cushions can be faster. Now I should point out this has always been a thing that you could do. So if I place down a boat down here and another boat over here, if I look on this one, I can just right click and get in the other one. However, there are two problems here. Boats are harder to place down in the right spot, and boats are directional. They lock in your rotation. So if I go into this boat, I'm sort of looking this way. If I go into this boat, I'm looking in that way. So it's not as good. And if you're gonna mention minecarts, are you serious? I'm gonna move to 0, 0, and I'm gonna travel 1,000 blocks to this block here. We're gonna mark it down with a gold block, and let's see how long it takes to get there. We're gonna pre-fill our hotbar with cushions. So one cushion lets you travel 3 blocks. You can reach out to 4 blocks, but the block interaction range is a little bit higher than entity interaction range, which means you'll need about 21 stacks of cushions to travel 1,000 blocks into the distance. We're just gonna right click consistently. Here we go. Oh, I can see the gold block. And we just got there. How long did that take? About 1.5 minutes. 0 hunger required. It's just a lot of right click placing down. And we can see the amount of griefing we did. Now, obviously, you don't need to do this on the ground. You can just place it in the sky. You can do a little line of blocks and you can just right click consistently to get there. So it might be faster now since I've already placed them down, but let's see. So what was that? About 38 seconds, 1,000 blocks. So at about 10 CPS, that's about 1,000 blocks in 30 seconds, which translates to about 30 blocks per second. That is comparable to Elytra. I just don't see anyone wanting to place down, 300 cushions. How many cushions that is to travel 1,000 blocks. But you know what? It's optimized. Do whatever you like to do. And finally, I want to show you guys something that Crafty Masterman made. This is an RGB display utilizing lighting obstruction by covering the cushions enough to disallow light from getting through. Because you can control the subpixels in which they are placed, just so it's peeking through the block like this, replace it with a redstone lamp, and then you can light it up. You now have a red display pixel. Guys, if you don't think that this is some sort of revolutionary item already in the game that Mojang has suddenly laid on us in this update, this might be one of the best things ever. Now, I've deliberately not covered anything from r/PhoenixSC yet. I'm gonna do that very soon. When is that time of the month again? But if you guys have anything incredible you want to showcase with cushions, please do post them. I'd love to see what you guys can come up with this new tech. This is just the beginning.